What is going on, everybody? And today we're going to be talking about 9 tips for starting your Hogwarts Legacy journey. And without wasting any time, let's just get straight into it. Starting off at tip number 1, does your house choice determine any major changes in the game? And the short answer is no, not as far as I'm aware of. Towards the end of the game, the main story, nothing really changes. However, each house does get their own side quests. This is a great addition to the game because it actually gives a lot of replayability when choosing different houses. And as far as I'm aware, Gryffindor has the most kind of side quests, and Ravenclaw has the least amount of side quests. So if you want to blow through the quests, go Ravenclaw. If you want a stats game, you go Gryffindor. And the two in the middle are just if you like those houses. No. The only other changes are obviously which common room you get access to, and like your house robe and the house, that sort of stuff. They're the only differences you're going to get. But other than the main story, the house doesn't determine the ending. Tip number 2, choosing your wand. When you finally get to Ollivanders and it's time to choose your wand, or you let the wand choose you, the customization of your wand is just for aesthetic purposes only. The core of the wand, the shape, the length, any of that sort of stuff. So design whatever kind of wand you want in whatever way you want, because the only thing that matters is that you like that wand. Next up is your gear, and I can't stress this enough. Always sell your gear. Put on the best gear for yourself and then sell the rest. And don't worry about the appearance of anything, because all of this can be changed in the gear menu. And the nice robe early on in the game, but it's got weak stats. Don't worry, you will save that aesthetic. And when you go into changing the appearance of your items, see all the designs you've acquired over the time. This includes your Twitch drops, your pre-order exclusives. This is where you'll find all of those. Also completely hide the gear. So if you don't want your character to be wearing glasses, but they've got good stats, don't worry, put the glasses on, go into appearance and just hit the top left, and it'll be like you're not even wearing any. This is actually a great addition to the game. It's something I'm really happy they did, because this way you can always have your character looking exactly how you want them to without having to worry about the stats. And even though it is single player and stats don't really matter that much, it will help you against some of the tougher enemies you need to face in the game. You can also unlock more gear slots by completing Merlin trials, which will unlock from doing a side quest just south of Hogwarts, and these trials will be scattered all across the map. Coming in at number 4 is to stock up on your Wiggenweld potions, as there will be many times you're going to be stuck in a sticky situation. And don't worry, once you unlock the room requirements, making these little potions is going to become a lot easier. Number 5 is to save your galleons. Mostly in the early stage of the game, before you've been able to purchase a broom and your potions recipes. Loot as much as you can and keep a hold of it. The potion recipes can be a little expensive at the beginning of the game, and your broom is also going to cost you 600 galleons as well, which doesn't seem like a lot, but normally when you loot, you tend to only find your galleons in 50s kind of things, 40s, 60s. So if you do start spending it, it can run out pretty quickly. And I know as soon as you get to Hogsmeade, all you want to do is buy new gear and stuff like that. Just wait until you've got your broom and your potions for you to learn your new spells, and then go nuts. This is also where selling your gear is going to come in clutch, because if you can sell legendary gear for over 200 galleons, you can really stock up on some money. If you are finding these tips helpful so far, then please do consider hitting the subscribe button and liking the video. Tip number 6. These chests right here can only be opened by using the disillusionment spell and then sneaking up onto them. And they also contain a hefty amount of galleons, 500 galleons to be precise. Number 7. Now this really isn't a tip, it's more of just letting you guys know. You don't actually have access to a broom or the room of requirements until you're about 6 to 8 hours into the game. At least that was my experience, because I do tend to get distracted quite easily, and I end up having a list of side quests that I need to do because I can't say no to people. So you could get there earlier. You might even be worse than me for touring, so it might take you a good 10 hours before you even in fact get a broom. But once you do, it does make getting around the map a whole lot easier. However, until you do get the broom, there is a great way to get around the map already, which is the flue system. It's perfect, especially in the early stages, to get to where you need to be very quickly. The only issue is you will miss out on a lot of the sightseeing and stuff like that. So I suppose if you're trying to knock out some quests really quickly, this is a great way to do it. Number 8, and we're moving into a combat tip now. And this one is understanding the difference between the gold and the red indicators. The gold indicator can be deflected with Protego, whereas the red indicator needs to be dodged. Figuring this out nice and early will stop you being hit and dying and you're trying to figure out why your Protego didn't work. You might know that already. It actually wasn't so simple for me. It took me a few bad decisions to finally figure out what was going wrong. And coming in at number 9 is your field guide. Do not neglect your field guide. This book comes filled with tons of things you will find useful, but mostly you can actually check on your enemies. And the book will give you little tips as to what will help you defeat them in the future. Oh, and a little bonus tip for you Hufflepuffs out there. Only Hufflepuffs gain access to a secret location in the game during a side quest. And that's all I'm telling you. So now you all have to go and choose Hufflepuff to figure out where it is. And that's it, guys. Those are your 9 tips to help you start your Hogwarts Legacy journey. Hope this video helps. If it does, do consider letting me know down in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button, like the video, and I hope to see you all in the next one. But for now, enjoy your wizarding world.